fairly single scene almost last time.
Yeah, it was.
Like 2 scenes, technically, but...
Talking to the Strix and then to the armies.
What are we doing now? Mitigation, yeah, that's right. We were going to help all the people escape. I think.
Maybe.
It was on the table. I don't know what else was on the table.
Yeah, I mean, if we've got gods fighting gods so that we don't have to fight gods, that kind of leaves the people.
All right. Well, we will then pick up with the group on the same street that they were on. Now, less occupied.
Much less occupied.
Thankfully.
But yes, so the werewolves and their reptilian counterparts appear to have all booked it after their larger leader. In addition, all of the mages have left with the reptiles. A number of the humans that came with the wolves have booked it off after them, but a fair amount are staying behind or breaking off into other directions. Presumably, it's not like they're going to keep up anyways, as they are not quite as quick on their feet. But despite all the chaos around the city at the moment, it is quite quiet on this singular street. Any actions, or shall the next plot point be unveiled? I hate speaking like that, but, you know, it is.
Drues was going to start to head off to help people as previously discussed. So I guess that would mean following in the wake of the armies, but
Are they going in the same direction as where our rescue boats are?
Not the same direction. I mean, it's the same coastline, but the coastline, well, I guess it's all the same coastline. But, your rescue boat is still sitting there. There are a number of folk who have boarded it, but it's still fairly, empty. Presumably, as no one really wants to go in that direction, as the city is now flooding in that direction.
Oh, yeah.
Walking to the boat is no longer really an option. Nor is sailing the boat up the street at the moment.
The worst of both worlds.
Yeah.
Well, that seems like something we need to figure out, is how to help people get to the boats.
might need to move the boat to a safer place.
So if we move the boat, I guess, to the side where it's not flooding?
Tell us, Kalmir, what do you see with your eagle eyes?
My eagle eyes. Is there a clearer beach area?
There is, yeah. Presumably the boat could move there itself, however, the captain of the boat, has not moved it yet. Perhaps out of... who knows? He is supernatural, so who knows how he's thinking right now.
Time to go have a conversation with the captain.
So we can all see it, or is it only Kalmir because of his special vision?
It's just Kalmir because of his 5 miles. I see everything vision.
That's what I
Because
thought.
of his BS.
Uh-huh. I hear the pain in your voice.
I want to
I
put
hate it.
cognito hazard in soon. Look at it, you just die. I think it's kind of fun, but it's painful. It's a masochistic kind of.
Like, it's a good idea, but I hate you for it.
I fully respect it, however, I dislike it all the more. But yes, I presume Kalmir kind of is just relaying information as I'm saying it.
Pretty much, yeah. So, the path back to said boat is flooded?
Yes, essentially. You can get pretty close, but you've still got like a couple 100 meters of, well, water of varying depths as the streets are not exactly level anymore. There's cracking going on, buildings collapsing.
That's
Even if it was fairly shallow water, there's probably a lot of broken glass, metal, everything swirling around in there. Not exactly a safe swim.
oh.
So
I say there is. You can see it.
So either we clean the water and make the swim safe, or we move the boats.
Probably simpler to just move the boats.
Yeah. There it is. So we could perhaps get close enough to yell at the owner of the boat, have him move, because while I could move it by myself, he may not like that, because he won't know what's happening.
Nor probably will the people on the boat.
Yeah, that too.
Probably leave at that point.
Right. So I guess for now the plan is
Get boats into better position so we can actually get people out.
yeah, well, we need to get to the boat, so clear a path to the boat, tell the boat to go over there. And then tell the people to go over there with the boat.
Okay, so begin the walk.
I'm gonna be like
I'm gonna
pushing the under debris under the water with forces, just a little force field just pushing it out of the way.
at 3 times my speed. Realistically, could I run on water here?
How fast your speed? What's your speed?
I think it's supposed to be 3 times. Let me confirm that. My current speed is 11.
Even if you couldn't run directly on the water, there's enough of debris that you could probably skip from like broken car to broken car, you know?
Okay, it's double my speed unless I burn a point, so it'd be 22.
It'd be doable.
I'm going to move to the boat at a good pace, 22 speed's a good pace, right?
Yeah. Good normal human pace, right?
Good jogging pace.
Boing, boing, boing.
Okay, you reach the boat, and the people on the boat are quite startled at the fact that someone has just basically run through the, flood to reach this boat.
Amennakhti doesn't care. She's gonna kind of stare at them.
One guy throws a rope over the side of the boat, expecting that to do something, but
Like, does he throw it at me?
he kind of he doesn't just throw a thing of rope. He does kind of throw it to sort of pull you up. Not that you need it. He doesn't know that, though.
Yeah.
He just sees someone down there. Is like, okay, get him out of the water, right?
Amennakhti's just going to kind of look at the rope. I need to speak with the captain.
Okay, the captain's on the ship, sir.
Bring him to the side of the ship. I need to speak with him.
He has not left the wheel, sir. I tried to get him to move.
Fine.
He ain't moving. He just says can't leave the wheel.
Fine, I'm gonna go ahead and climb up. I guess using the rope that was hossed to me, since that'll be easier.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, as you get on board this boat, there are a number of people. You're looking at a couple dozen people of ghosts, humans, etc. Well, I say etc. like there are any other categories.
There are, though.
Not on the boat.
There might be.
Storyteller says no.
On the boat.
So I'm gonna make my way towards the wheel while I wait for the others to catch up to me.
Yes, what are the others doing? Are you trying to swim out to the boat too, or just standing there kind of confused of why he ran across the ocean?
Just gonna look at Kalmir, like, so am I gonna swim?
It would be better for me if you did, and better for those who are watching. People tend to... What's the word? It's bad for those unawakened to observe obvious supernal doings, such as walking on water.
So it was bad for them to see what he just did?
It looked like he was just bouncing from log to log, right?
Just at double the speed a normal person.
He was moving much faster than anyone really could feasibly move. But it's not supernal, so who cares?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Different process.
Hold on a second here. Kalmir, you do your thing. Come back to me.
All right. What was I doing? That's right. I was gonna clear a path, but he's already gone to the boat. I think instead, if he's gonna talk to Captain, I will go to the area that we had decided where the boat should go and start directing people that way.
So, also at this point, Kalmir, the fight has begun.
Ooh. Kalmir's going to be distracted.
Yeah, Kalmir glances backwards and realizes the ripping and tearing has begun. The spirit is very quickly dealt with, and the ocean seems to calm very slightly.
Who did we sick on the spirit?
Well, we let them decide who gets who, I think.
No, you did decide.
Oh, we did.
I specifically did because Amennakhti's whole thing was that...
just kind of rolled for it.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know what any of your abilities are. I don't know what any of their abilities are, so I'm completely impartial. I'm not going to be picking favorites here.
Did I write that down?
You probably should have.
I think I should have written it down. I don't think I wrote it down.
If it's not important, then it would have happened either way, right?
If Kalmir wasn't looking, he probably didn't even see it. Because it was just a spirit. A powerful spirit, though, but still just a spirit. The Chthonian, on the other hand, is putting up a bit of resistance. It's very clearly losing, especially as now both sides are essentially dogpiling it. But it's still there, and it is throwing them off. But
Only to get jumped again.
yeah, it is. It will lose, most likely, without really causing any substantial harm apart from crushing a few poor werewolves and
Lizard people.
were-raptors or whatever you call them.
Well, they knew what they were getting into.
Yeah, really, honestly.
Well, they should have known what they were getting into.
You could also see the, basically, large, I guess, cabal of mages just kind of standing back, watching the whole thing go down.
Yeah, that's
Very
understandable.
equally, the group of basically hunters are now standing there, some rifles firing off, but mostly people just kind of like,
Why are we here?
I'm glad we're kind of not on their bad side right now. We will get back to what's going on over there in a moment. Drew, were you doing something?
Drew is in fact doing something.
What is he doing?
Drew is spending a couple of plasm and using rank 2 of the Shroud Haunt so that he can hover and fly at half his speed. So Drew, kind of ghostly, just kind of picks up and like, you know, that like kind of like leaning hover thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just kind of like ghostly flying, hovering across the water to the boat.
Okay. An equal amount of concern picked up from some of the mortal inhabitants of the boat.
You don't even need me.
The ghosts seem less than phased. But that's probably because they
ghosts
realize,
know.
wait a minute. Yeah.
Ghosts are like, cousin.
But Amennakhti will reach the captain first, as Drew is just slower.
About 4 times quicker. Yeah.
Yeah. But Amennakhti, you come into the cabin of this vessel. The captain is sitting there at the helm, very motionless, just kind of holding still. He's still alive in the sense that he twitches every now and then, but
Unless impeded by something, Amennakhti's just going to stride forward until he gets in front of him and then turns around to look at him. What type of man do I see sitting in the chair twitching occasionally?
He is not very descript. He looks to be a very normal human to your eyes, unless you can see ghosts.
I don't have that affinity.
Yeah, so then no, he looks to be a very normal human, looks to be mid-30s, most likely North African descent. But apart from that,
Well, with that,
doesn't stand too much.
Almond's just gonna be like, there is a better extraction point for the people that you are trying to save.
And there is a god that will kill us if we move.
That god is currently in the process of being killed himself. I mean, I'm assuming while Amennakhti can't see the same things Kalmir can, he can hear the chaos.
The captain gives a sigh and is... You think that's the only one? That's just the one on the surface.
And we have 2 that are currently doing the killing.
It is not a guarantee that I'll catch any of their attention, but they're very active right now. We might catch their attention, and I don't know if that's something you want to risk the lives of all these people for.
By you staying in this one specific location, you are also condemning hundreds, depending on how many trips and how many people you could legitimately save before you draw its attention.
They should calm in time, but I don't know how long it'll be. It is a gamble, one that I was not willing to take. But the one on the surface, it's dying. What?
Yes. Lords of the Hunt appeared. Me and my fellow compatriots, which are currently... And then Amennakhti pauses for a second, realizing that he has no idea what they're doing because he took off so fast.
You, at this time, see Drew hovering onto the ship.
Okay, there's one. I would assume the other one is directing others to the unflooded part where they can actually board the ship.
But the chuckles and gods of the hunt, they seek to kill death. Sure.
I'm with you on...
I froze for a second, but I'm back.
Yeah. I am with you on the absurdity of that statement. Had this been any other day... Because it's only been a day, hasn't it? Since Amennakhti's been awake.
Yeah, this is... You woke up at the day, and it's night right now, so this has all been the same day. Very chaotic day.
Yes, if this
But
had...
it is coming towards dawn, however. The day is drawing to a close.
If this would have been any other day of any other week, I would certainly agree with the absurdity of what I am saying. However, today is today, and the absurd seems to be quite commonplace.
You want to move the boat? Fine. If we drown in the ocean of fragments, know that it is not my soul that will suffer for it.
Hmm.
And with that, he flicks some switches, engages things, and the engines of the boat come back to life.
Amennakhti kind of nods and just goes, well, my soul is already claimed by something, so, it's not my soul I have to worry about either.
You don't know much of the dead, do you?
Amennakhti just laughs almost uncontrollably. More than you could ever hope, and less than you will ever know.
I don't wish to know. Because you know what knowledge brings you? It brings you knowledge of these Chthonians. It brings you knowledge of domains that should have been long forgotten, civilizations that should have faded into the waves long ago. Their time has passed. I don't wish to know of them. And yet I still am forced to. But no matter. The boat starts to move. He starts to move. I mean, it's very slow at first as he kind of has to maneuver out of the, well, where the boat will be sunk at.
I'm assuming Drues made it onto this boat and he's not going to have to chase it.
Drues on this. At this time, Drew and Amennakhti, give me a perception check.
Wits plus composure.
Alright. So, even though this boat is not quiet, its engine's fairly loud for a large ferry vessel, essentially. You can hear it on the distance. Many, many engines off in the distant sky. You can hear almost breaking of the air, supersonic noises.
Jet engine.
Kalmir can see it. He doesn't hear it from where he's gone to, but he can see the dozens of large metal birds, if you want to call them that,
Going super fast.
rapidly approaching on a direct course with the scuffle.
Ooh.
The scuffle is between Kalmir and the now moving boat, or is it on the other side?
It is on the other side of the now moving boat. Like,
Okay.
if
Yeah,
you're
he
looking out onto the ocean, the boat's to your left, and even further out to your left is the scuffle.
Okay. Good. They're not. I just thought of that. They shouldn't be going into the path.
No.
Heading away from the flooding.
Yeah. Well, those are really fast.
Mm-hmm.
He's never seen those before, but he's busy directing traffic, as it were. So, and watching the fight. Good fight.
Can we get an update on that fight?
Actually, yes.
Oh no. I should...
The Chthonian is now in 2.
Ooh. Rendered him unto twain, or wherever the phrase goes.
Despite being in 2 pieces, it is still fighting.
I figured that was coming.
Now
Yeah.
both sides have kind of picked a half and are wailing on it.
Are there any other large moving things in the water?
No.
Okay.
Is that
Okay,
because
so then- Because what?
I was gonna say, is that because the water is more than five miles deep?
Probably.
No, it's because he has 5 miles of sight. However, I don't think you can see into the underworld with your 5 miles of sight.
No, I don't think I could have if I used.
If you used like space or something, I would say yes, you could see into other dimensions if the door was open.
Well, with a reach, yes, because there is space in this spell, but it needs a reach to see through the
more
iris and
space.
stuff. Yeah. So he didn't do that. Okay, well then, I was gonna do something, but I forgot. Must not have been important.
Probably was, but
We'll find out.
But yes, I would move on to the next. I would say, little time passes, as the boat sails, but it's only a couple, like 30 seconds before the explosions in the distance. Kalmir, you can see these birds fly over the fight and the surrounding area, and they drop some very strange metal rods
Oh,
Cool.
lovely.
which it's not hard to hear. The resulting explosion of multiple, essentially, fighter jets bomb this scuffle and the surrounding area.
Oh my.
I do want to confirm, because I do know of a couple of... Is it actual bombs or is it actual rods?
They're missiles.
Okay.
They're not actual rod, no. But
Yeah,
Kalmir
cameras know what a missile is.
Yeah, no. Because I have heard of, dropping like tungsten steel or tungsten
that
rods.
definitely works, but these are not. Their pylons do not include tungsten rods.
Fair enough.
I remember. I was going to keep an eye out for more Reapers. If they pop their heads up, they're getting lightninged. That's what I was going to do.
Every now and then one does pop up, and you're just going to smack it back down.
Get back in there.
But yes,
He's playing whack-a-mole.
Yes, he's playing whack-a-mole with the Reapers.
But yes, as these explosions go off, there is quite a bit of panic among the folk on this boat. Of what was that like? What's going on? That sounded like it came from that direction. But ultimately, they don't have any answers to be found. Kalmir, the smoke clears.
Who's left?
The Chthonian is in more pieces than two now and is not moving anymore.
Okay.
Both the hunt gods are standing, if but limping. But you don't really know how many werewolves and wereraptors and humans and whatnot were there to begin with, but there's noticeably less of them now. However, more particularly, the entire, basically, small task force of mages that were overseeing the fight, their building is leveled. There's nothing but broken bodies there now.
Ooh. They were in a building? Or on a building?
They were on a building, on the street, They
Oh, wow.
needed to look over things. They couldn't see anything. Also, the water was still a problem.
There must have been a bunch of novices.
Or they weren't expecting death to fall from the sky.
Oh, okay. That too.
Because you could make the assumption they had fairly primitive equipment, bows and whatnot.
Pretty advanced stuff.
Yeah, they probably didn't see it. They didn't see it coming. You saw it coming. What did you know it was going to do that?
I had no idea. I'd never seen such a giant metal bird throwing giant rocks that explode. So don't be in front of one of those. Kalmir knows now.
He learns from experience.
Learn from others' experience.
Smart way to learn.
In addition, there's another fairly curious figure that has now appeared fairly close to this impact site.
Ooh.
You've seen them before, too.
Oh?
They are a humanoid figure of light and fire.
Oh. Is this that, I don't remember the word for it. This is the one Kalmir saw in the crater with the body, right?
It is.
What's he doing over there?
He appears on the street corner, just kind of in a little flash of light. Starts making his way towards the fight here, if you could call it that. It's not much of a fight anymore.
Okay, that's interesting. Why is that thing there? It's too far for Kalmir to run over there anyway by the time the boat gets here, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
Gonna be paying attention to that thing because he couldn't figure it out before. He wants to know what it's doing, what it is, why it is. But I still don't have fate, so oh well.
In addition, you what's your mage sites again that are basically always on?
It's forces, prime, space, and now death.
Okay. So, question for you: do Goetia count as awakened magic?
Goetia themselves, not if they're naturally occurring, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, no. Sorry.
That would be a purview of mind.
Yeah, I figured, but you never know. There's
Yeah.
overlap now, here and there. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, unless they were created by magic, then
yeah,
they're natural.
So, a little bit of sailing goes by. You hit the point where it was previously agreed that you'd meet up. Kalmir, you see the boat come in and dock again, much closer to the actual land this time. Already a number of people who were hiding around are booking it to the coast to try to get on board.
Amennakhti is going to make his way out of the cabin, just kind of giving a nod to the captain and just start directing people, on the boat to make room, so we can get these new people on.
Drew's going to disembark and move, I don't know, short ways away, still in visual range, but just to defend the area, I guess, to make sure that nothing comes to hurt the people.
Okay.
And I think Kalmir's going to be looking out for trapped people, try and get them out of wherever they're trapped in.
There are plenty of traps.
Plenty of those, so yeah, he'll be busy with that.
Yeah. Okay. So, this rescue operation is going fairly smoothly. Doesn't appear to be anything interfering. However, the boat does reach essentially maximum capacity, beyond what maximum capacity legally should be.
At that point, Amennakhti's gonna, however they're getting on the boat, he's going to make sure to impose himself between the rest of the people and that. So basically no more can get on.
Tide's full.
Yep.
You get a number of people still trying to push their way past you, kind of like, what do you mean there's plenty of space? They just gotta scooch over, like...
They're pushing up against me?
Already. Say again, sorry?
They're pushing up against me? They're making
Well, I
physical
mean-
contact.
Well, yes.
Cultists.
I'm gonna need Cerberus rolls if they're human.
Let me open Mummy. I don't know what the roll is.
Yep, if they're human and they're touching me, yeah, that would do it. Contracting Cerberus, resisting Cerberus. It's their resolve and composure minus my sechem, which is 5?
So it's
So-
a chance die.
It's a chance die for all of them.
All right. I'll I'm gonna roll it just to do it,
Just because.
Why wouldn't I roll it? I gotta roll dice. No. Oh, they dramatic failed.
Not one. Oh.
Ooh, dramatic.
Dude,
Hold on.
Is there
As
a
a-
rule for that?
They lose a point of willpower as well.
sucks to be them, I guess. Man, their day's pretty shit.
Yep, they gain stage 1 Sybaris.
Let's see. What does Sybaris Stage 1 do? The mummy's presence fills the victim with existential dread, which investigating the occult alleviates. The mummy... Okay. Yeah, okay, so they're more likely to listen to you, essentially, in social maneuvering, which I don't think I've ever used or seen used. I should really try to use it one of these days, but...
Well, I am telling them to back away, and the boat is full, so it does assist in this situation.
Yeah, essentially, after the first couple kind of try to push their way past and are now very, you know what, yeah, the boat is full, and now they're blocking the other people who are not pleased at this still.
We could direct the boat to the carrier that's out there. That's closer than the next landmass, isn't it?
Slightly.
Slightly.
The carrier was kind of on the landmass. There were other ships, but
yeah, I think it got glossed over. I had mentioned to Spencer a couple of sessions back that he should have contacted them. I think it got glossed over.
Yeah.
Did he? I remember him being on the radio.
He got on the radio to give an update just to the open channel that he was talking about previously.
Okay,
I was basically told, please, sir, this is an open channel. Calm down, ma'am, please. We get it. Things are going bad. We're working on it. And then there was a radio reporting supernatural incursions. And, yeah. But yes, the captain will find his way as he is waved off and sets off as fast as this ferry can take him.
Is the land still dropping off into nothingness?
No, that appears to have stopped.
Okay.
That appeared to have been related to Reaper activity.
Okay.
And as the Reapers are being smacked on the forehead every time they stand up, they are not descending any parts of the city.
Cool. All right. Thought I'd ask.
So, reconvening, I reckon.
Yeah.
Amennakhti kind of looks over at Kalmir. Is there another boat? Is there any way we can signal another boat? We've got more people.
Well, there are many smaller boats, though I don't know how to use them. If there are those here that could use them, I could direct them to other boats and they could help rescue others.
Are there any sailors among you?
Speaking to this panicked crowd.
Yeah. I expect the answer to be no.
I mean, there are a couple people that claim they can pilot a boat. They don't have their boating license on them or anything, but... So, can you really trust them? I mean, it is kind of a mob of panicked civilians who are probably going to say whatever you want to hear to get out of here, right?
Get off the island, yeah.
However, one thing of note that Drew might know, being a member of the underworld, sort of, boats tend to draw the attention of Chthonians. Without someone to serve as a ferryman, long-distance trips are very dangerous.
So we don't want a whole bunch of small boats. We want the largest ones we can safely pilot. because otherwise we're inviting a whole bunch of disaster. All right.
You could send out 10 boats. 8 of them might get eaten, though.
So, what is the inventory of boats like at this visual stretch of shore?
They're not like industrial level boats here. You're looking at small commercial, privately owned boats. Like, you could fit a couple dozen people, maybe like 50 to 100 people if everybody crammed on it. But is that safe to sail?
Probably not. So, are there people trying to load up these boats?
Yeah,
Get on their own?
absolutely. There are people trying, now that they're being told, hey, we swear that doesn't lead out into the Pacific Ocean. There's land out there. There are now people attempting to go that way.
Drew's going to need to go and tell them all to stop.
Good luck.
Bad idea.
I can assure you, you probably are not going to tell everyone to stop. But you can try. There's a lot of people.
Yep. And, ooh. I need more dirge. I would be able to stop more people if I had more dirge. Crap. It needs like rank 3. Yep, not getting that right now. Well, he's still got it. He still has to try. Like he's gonna have to Quinn, he's gonna have to he's gonna need to try his best to get the message across that yeah, there's land out there, but there's also hungry gods out there too.
I'll do whatever I can to assist him in that as well. I'm assuming Kalmir will as well.
Actually, Kalmir, can you make me really loud?
Certainly, yes. I can certainly do that.
Oh,
How
no.
loud would you like to be?
I need to be heard by everybody who's trying to get on a boat right now.
All right.
I can control my metabolism, not my senses, so this is gonna suck for me.
Say forces control sound is rank 2. That's cheap.
That's worrying. That it's cheap.
It's also rather detailed. Because there's a lot of stuff you can do with maneuvering sound.
Oh, well, yeah. We're just trying to make it louder, though. There's
Alright.
but...
Okay, then I'll just skim for the important part. Each potency doubles or halves. So the usual stuff.
Oh, lovely. What potency is that gonna be?
Well, it would be naturally potency 5, but I can lower that if you like. Because that would be way too loud, I think. I could also direct it. So even if it's not as loud, it will go farther because it's directed into a specific area. Okay.
That's true. It doesn't necessarily need to be super loud. It just needs to be sent.
So everybody hears and understands.
All right, so let me put some stuff here. That's 2 potency. Don't need that. Don't need that. We'll just do 2 potency. Instant cast.
So what?
Range for touch for you. Scale. Scale. How big is the area? That's the important part.
The crowd has fairly tightly packed together here because they were all trying to get on the boat. They are dispersing, though. What are the size categories that it would use?
Let's see, we've got...
Would be... It's probably not much larger than like a mall.
No bigger than a mall.
You could probably hit everyone within the reasonable low area.
All right.
There are, of course, you could see many people outside that area, but
They're probably not the ones we're talking to.
Yeah. All right, so then scale would be advanced scale -6 dice for shopping mall.
Ooh, -6. I don't like that.
yeah, you could make it smaller, but you're not going to hit everyone. You're going to hit the majority, but you're still going to be missing like 30% of the fringe group that is already dispersed.
That's fine. It'll be for the scene. Don't need any extra reach, and I will just use path tool. All right, so dice pool of 6. Wrong button.
Okay.
Aha, 2 successes. So you are louder in a larger area.
Yeah, amplifying his vocal range here. I will have to ask, you used your dedicated tool, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that just means it's a chance rope die.
Yeah.